Rise and origin of the Ottoman Empire. Osman I, a leader of the Turkish tribes in Anatolia, founded the Ottoman Empire around 1299. The term Ottoman is derived from Osman's name, which was Uthman in Arabic. The Ottoman Turks set up a formal government and expanded their territory under the leadership of Osman I, or Han, Murad I and Bayezid I. In 1453, Mehmet II the Conqueror led the Ottoman Turks in seizing the ancient city of Constantinople, the Byzantine Empire's capital. This put an end to 1,000-year reign of the Byzantine Empire. Sultan Mehmed renamed the city Istanbul and made it the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. Istanbul became a dominant international center of trade and culture. Mehmed died in 1481. His oldest son, Bayezid II, became the new sultan. By 1517, Bayezid's son, Sulaiman, brought Syria, Arabia, Palestine, and Egypt under Ottoman control. The Ottoman Empire reached its peak between 1520 and 1566, during the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent. This period was marked by great power, stability and wealth. Suleiman created a uniform system of law and welcomed different forms of arts and literature. Many Muslims considered Suleiman a religious leader as well as a political ruler. Throughout Sultan Suleiman's rule, the empire expanded and included areas of Eastern Europe. What countries were part of the Ottoman Empire? At its height, the Ottoman Empire included the following regions: Turkey, Greece, Bulgaria, Egypt, Hungary, Macedonia, Romania, Jordan, Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, some of Arabia, a considerable amount of the North African coastal strip. Ottoman art and science. The Ottomans were known for their achievements in art, science and medicine. Istanbul and other major cities throughout the empire were recognized as artistic hubs, especially during the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent. Some of the most popular forms of art included calligraphy, painting, poetry, textiles and carpet weaving, ceramics and music. Ottoman architecture also helped define the culture of the time. Elaborate mosques and public buildings were constructed during this period. Science was regarded as an important field of study. The Ottomans learned and practiced advanced mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, physics, geography and chemistry. Additionally, some of the greatest advances in medicine were made by the Ottomans. They invented several surgical instruments that are still used today, such as forceps, catheters, scalpels, pincers and lancets. Fratricide. Under Sultan Selim, a new policy emerged, which included fratricide, or the murder of brothers. When a new sultan was crowned, his brothers would be imprisoned. When the sultan's first son was born, his brothers and their sons would be killed. This system ensured that the rightful heir would take the throne. But, not every sultan followed this harsh ritual. Over time, the practice evolved. In the later years, the brothers would only be put in prison, not killed. Top copy. A total of 36 sultans ruled the Ottoman Empire between 1299 and 1922. For many of these years, the Ottoman Sultan would live in the elaborate Topkapi Palace complex in Istanbul. It contained dozens of gardens, courtyards and residential and administrative buildings. Part of the Topkapi Palace included the harem, a separate quarters reserved for wives, concubines and female slaves. These women were positioned to serve the Sultan, while the men in the harem complex were typically eunuchs. The threat of assassination was always a concern for a sultan. He relocated every night as a safety measure. The Ottoman Empire and other religions. Most scholars agree that the Ottoman Turk rulers were tolerant of other religions. Those who weren't Muslim were categorized by the millet system, a community structure that gave minority groups a limited amount of power to control their own affairs while still under Ottoman rule. Some millets paid taxes, while others were exempt. Devshirme. In the 14th century, the Devshirme system was created. This required conquered Christians to give up 20% of their male children to the state. The children were forced to convert to Islam and become slaves. Although they served as slaves, some of the converts became powerful and wealthy. Many were trained for government service or the Ottoman military. The elite military group, known as the Janissaries, was primarily made up of forced Christian converts. The Devshirme system lasted until the end of the 17th century.